This is the three-time Impact Wrestling X Division champion, the newest member of Bullet Club. I am the inevitable Ace Austin. And right now I want you to check out something on YouTube for me. If you're looking for some wrestling content on YouTube, go ahead and head over to the NatioNetwork. All right, they got some old school, they got some new school, and I'm willing to bet, chances are they've got something that you'll like, and that is inevitable.
And now, it's time for the most popular show on the nation, PWI Championship Challenge. And here's your host, Vince McShell. Oh, yeah!
Good afternoon, everybody. It is Wednesday evening, and you know what that means. It is time for the PWI Championship Challenge once again. Will we have a defending champion? Will we have a new champion crowned? All that is yet to be seen. If you are new to this program and you haven't been here before, it's real simple. We're going to check out who's got the wrestling knowledge and who does not. You can participate. It's very simple. If you look at the chat section there, I've already posted the link. I see Purist is in the house. Chuck is in the house. All you got to do, Chuck, is hit that link. Join in the fun. Put you in there. Get you rumbling. We'll see who's got it and who wants it. So we are going to discuss another exciting episode or edition of Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Let's make a couple of quick changes here. We're ready to rock and roll. see here. Let me make a couple of quick changes to there and there. All right. This is your opportunity if you want to get in on the action. You got to do it now. I got to turn that off. Who we got here? We got J Rocks, of course. We got Chuck. Come on, Chuck. Hit the link. Jump in here, man. Jump in here. Give these boys a whooping. Teach them a lesson. They need a lesson. They need an attitude adjustment. No. Well, until that bell rings, we're good to go. And that bell you just heard was a warm-up, making sure it worked. That's all. So you still got a few seconds here to change your mind and get on in here. So before we do that, we're going to bring in our team of competitors that we do have so far lined up in there. We'll start right now, ladies and gentlemen, with the multi-time champion and tonight the challenger. This is J Rocks. Say hello, Jay.
You realize hello. Your sound was
hello,
gone
Jay.
during that whole beginning.
Nah, I don't. It's freaking StreamYard sucks. It is what it is. I don't even compete with it anymore. It's inconsistent.
Right.
And if it weren't for the multi-screen thing, I wouldn't be paying for it anymore. I wouldn't. It's just too much of a pain in the ass. It's like I can't see the chat room without having to leave the screen settings and everything else. It's not well done. It's not. So for those of you who can't hear me when my mouth is talking, it's StreamYard. It's not my equipment. All right. With that said, we're going to bring in our reigning, defending champion. This is Wrestling Purist. Don't hurt yourself flexing there, buddy.
Hiya, folks. Wow.
All right. So, for those of you that might be new and aren't familiar with how this all works, it's pretty simple, but there are rules, and we're going to share those with you right about now.
The rules of Battle Bowl are simple. Competitors will select a number between 1 and 10. The one that draws closest to the number that is drawn will choose whether he wants to go first or last each round. The remaining competitors will repeat this process until a lineup is set. Competitors will be presented with a category reflecting a top 10 lineup as determined by a classic issue of PWI magazine. They will each have a limited time to come up with an answer as a music clip runs. When a player is called to give an answer, they have to respond within 3 seconds or they will be buzzed out of the round and receive 0 points. For each correct answer in the top 9 positions, the player is eligible to receive 1 point. If 2 or more players share the same correct answer, no points are awarded. A correct answer in the number 1 position is worth 3 points unless 2 or more players share the correct answer, which would create a draw and 0 points awarded. Each player is allowed 1 finisher that may be used at any point in the match against an opponent of his choosing. If that opponent had the correct answer, the player calling for the finisher has successfully taken the points for that question. If the finisher was used and the opponent did not have the correct answer, that opponent will receive the points of a correct answer, and the player initiating the finisher will lose the same amount of points.
All right, there's a lot in there, but I think by now we're used to it. Chuck, do you have a Twitter account that I can send the link to? We've had other people having trouble getting it from the chat, so I'm thinking that, again, StreamYard just...
Come on, folks.
They are the 2K.
Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me.
So let me know if you have a Twitter account, and then I can send you the link directly there.
Tweet, tweet.
It's an error occurred, but it's not your fault. Brian contract us to discontinue. Yeah, it's like the second or third person who's told me the same thing. Just like you were mentioning earlier about the audio not
kicking in.
Excuse
I mean,
me.
the audio was playing. It was just my mic you weren't hearing, right?
Right.
Yeah, and
So
it is what it is, man.
what
I don't
issue
know.
was?
I think it has something to do with the fact that it was the
What issue
video.
was?
Although it didn't work that way last week. Last week it worked fine.
Yeah.
So what was the issue you showed us? 95, I guess. 94.
94, man. You got to keep up. All right, we're gonna have to kick
strange.
things
For a
off
moment,
here.
I thought it was going to be a Pestomania ad somewhere there.
Chuck, if you have a Twitter account, though, send me a link or send me your Twitter handle, or just get me over there at One Nation. I think that's what we're under, right?
At
Yeah.
least
Yeah,
anyone
One Nation.
else, please. I
And
mean,
then
I've
in
been
future
fighting
reference,
so
Jab, purist. Hold on a minute, man. You're killing me. If I know what your Twitter handle is, then I will send you information like the day of, usually about 15, 20 minutes before we go on. The people that have competed here, I send it out to you. This way, everyone has an access, and it seems to work better that way. So,
Yeah.
at least
right,
anyone
let me see.
else. Somebody else, please join up.
All right, Chuck. Well, get a Twitter, man. It's easy. It's free. And now it's free because we have somebody in charge that doesn't silence speech.
By the way, apparently the Japanese people thanked
All
Elon
right.
Musk because they say that
Hey,
he's
I need you to pick a finisher.
Panama Sunrise.
Jesus, you better remember that. Purist.
Doomsday Device.
Oh, I like that one. All right. Give me a number from 1 to 10. Jay, 1 to 10.
5.
Purist.
4.
Nobody's ever got it right yet. So you were 4, so you're closest. That gives you the option. Do you want to go first or do you want to go last?
First.
Bam. All righty then. Let me. There we go. Give him his
Now
belt.
that's
See
the champ.
if he retains it. And I can get rid of that now. And we are just about ready to kick this thing out. Let me roll down here real quick. And that is the official opening bell. We're going to kick this off again. We are talking about, what did I say? 94. Looks like December. Yeah, December of 94. It's the PWI 500 edition. But we are in the top 10, and this is for the time period ending July 29th of 90. What? 94. Yeah, it looked like 99. As I had you jump from 94 to 99. So this is ending, basically the end of the summer of 94 is where these rankings are coming from. And we are going to kick this competition off with the most hated category. We are looking for the top 10 most hated. And we're going to start it out with number 10.
I see. By the way,
Hold on.
Vince, quick, to be quick.
Real quick.
Apparently, there's this sports time machine that says, your link works, Vinnie Mac. I went outside the studio, but I'm at work and probably shouldn't come in. I think it's about I think it was a general problem with
like I said, it happens to other people too, though. So I don't know if it's a server issue or what the deal is, but it's all good. If you have a Twitter, it just makes it much easier and much more foolproof. So, all right, we got to move along here. So, Jay, you'll be going second, I believe, right? So, Purist chose number 1. I am looking for the WCW person who was most hated in the number 10 spot. Purist, who is it?
Barry Windham.
Jay.
Steve Austin.
Bunkhouse Buck. Again, wrong answers, but it gives you a little bit more of a painting onto what we're looking for. All right, that
Yep.
brings us up to number 9.
No.
Who the hell is this? I swear to God.
I don't think I know.
Oh my
Tell
goodness,
you
didn't
that.
even look like that. All right. Representing the WWF, we are looking for the number 9 most hated in the summer of 94. Purist, you wanted to go first?
From your reaction, I think it's a deuce or so. I say Jim Brunzell.
Jay.
Jake the Snake.
Correct answer was Yokozuna.
Yeah.
All right, we moving up to number 8 spot in the most hated, representing the W. No, wait a minute now. Hold on. 94. I wish they would friggin' tell you here, but they don't. Let me check something else over here real quick. I'm going to say he's in the WWF at this time, but there was a chance that he could have been the WCW. I'm pretty sure he was in the WWF. Number 8, most hated, Purist.
I say, if I'm correct, of course.
3 seconds.
Forget about it.
Jay.
Nah.
Sid.
No, it's not.
Trust me. Jake the Snake was number 8. He didn't show up on the WCW's top 10, so that's why I'm going to presume he was in the WWF. But he did do the WCW thing against Sting. I just couldn't remember if that was the time frame or not.
Didn't he appear in 1986?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying. All right, we move up to number 7, most hated, and 94. Either the WWF or ECW. Oop, that's the wrong one.
What's that?
Number 7. Who is it, Purist?
CW, huh? I say Shane Douglas.
Jay.
Cactus.
Not as far off as you would think. Bam Bigelow. 94 probably was ECW.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going after the world title at that time.
Yeah, him and Taz.
No.
That brings us up to the number 6 most hated, representing the World Wrestling Federation. I'll give you a clue. He was mentioned already today. Purist.
Doink.
What?
Doink.
Doink was mentioned already today. Okay. Jay?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, he was. You're right. Jay?
I'll go back with Sid.
Nobody likes the IRS.
Joker may be crazy enough to go against Batman, but against the IRS? No, thank you.
Brings us up to the number 5 most hated, representing the WWF. Purist.
I say Shawn Michaels.
Jay.
Razor Ramon.
There you go.
Crush. The more I think about that opening comment about how bad their roster was, all these and these are your top 10. I mean, that really was the best fan article ever sent in.
That's the worst
anyway
in the WWE. I mean, Crush, Lafayette.
All right. Let's see. That brings us to number 4 most hated. For the World Wrestling Federation, currently a former World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Champion. At that time, I'm not sure He might have already had his title reign at that time. I'm not sure.
No, I know that.
Well,
Bob
who is
Backlund.
it? Jay.
Diesel.
Interesting on who you two picked because realistically they faced each other and all that. And one of you has the right answer.
Seconds.
One of you has the right answer. Do either of you want to use your finisher?
Nah.
No? Okay. In that case, I will let you know that the number 4 most hated in the World Wrestling Federation was Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Jay is on the board with 1 point, although that's how it started last time.
Yeah, and it went downhill.
Yeah, after that, it didn't stay so good. So let's see what happens here. Number 3, the most hated, representing the World Wrestling Federation. I don't want to give any other clues away about this guy because it'd be pretty much handing you the answer.
Shawn
so.
Michaels.
Oh, damn. He didn't wait any longer on that one. Okay, Jay, what do you got?
Shawn Michaels.
Going for the block. Nobody's going to get points then because it was Jerry the King Lawler. I was going to mention USWA, but that felt like that would have been a hand me.
Yeah.
All right, number 2, the most hated.
WWE.
Number 2, most hated, representing the WCW.
Number 2. Wasn't he number 1?
I need an
I
answer.
thought you just said number 2.
I'm asking you.
okay.
Who's
No, we
the
did
number 2
three.
most hated?
WCW.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. Vader.
Jay.
Ric Flair.
One of you has the right answer. Do either of you wish to use your finisher?
No.
Jay, if you're right, you're up 2-0. If Purist is right, we are deadlocked. And the correct answer is Big Van Vader. We are tied at 1-1. And that brings us to the number 1 most hated. No clues on the number 1 answer. It's worth 3 points. Purist, who do you think the most hated was?
Shawn Michaels.
Jay.
I'll say Ric Flair again.
It's neither of those. But he is not a nugget.
Oh, all right. He was number 1?
Owen
Wow.
Hart, most hated. Most hated.
One
So
J,
at the end of one round,
JEFF, JARRET.
No. Owen Hart, dude. We're not talking about that.
Owen Hart?
Owen Hart. is most hated.
Yeah.
You're busy talking so much that you're missing everything. I'm trying to give you clues. All right. We're going to be right back with some more. Stay with us.
Now streaming on the Nation Network. The best E-Fed fantasy booking with the stars of yesterday and today that we all know and love. Today's roster with original stories and plot twists. Rewriting history and so much more. Check it all out exclusively on YouTube. Join the nation.
All right, and we are back ready for round 2.
Guys, you ever felt like, I don't know, like you finally achieved something and, well, people say you don't deserve it? I mean,
no, I don't have that
I
problem.
think that's what Tyrus feels right now as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, the former Brothers Clay. I mean, I read it in the internet.
Yeah, well, that's for another show, another time, but it is what it is. The NWA ain't going nowhere. I mean, they're barely even having a pulse.
They're going somewhere.
They barely have a pulse.
Trust me.
Nah,
You look at the NWA and then you look at AEW.
I actually did, please. I mean, I'm not even an AEW fan. You can't make that comparison. But again, it's not the program for that conversation. Here we go. We're in the PWI 500, and this time, to break this tie, we're going to talk about the top 10 in the 500 countdown. So that's every wrestler that they rated from 1 to 500. Now we're in the top 10. So that's
even
all
females.
It's wrestlers in the top 500.
So only males.
Give you certain clues, and we'll see where those take you. What do we have here? Andre Hulk Swerve was classic. Yeah, of course it was. All right. Let me bounce back.
By the way,
I can't look at the chat and then have access to my audio at the same time. That sucks. All right, here we go. We're looking at the number 10 overall in the top 500, representing the World Wrestling Federation. Purist, you wanted to go first? You go first.
Mr. Perfect.
Kurt Hennig, he says. Jay.
Bret Hart.
One of you is so freaking close. He's still not a nugget. Picked the wrong heart. I feel like you should get a half point for participation on that one.
Nah.
We are still tied at 1. Moving on up to the number 9. This is again the PWI 500 overall. Ooh, I like this one. He's a former NWA world champion. At this point in time, I am fairly confident he would have been in the WCW.
I say Sting.
Jay.
Shane Douglas.
Both answers are incorrect because this man breathes fire. Ricky the Dragon.
Yeah.
Came in at number 9. You got to figure the top 10 out of 500 are going to be some legit names. I mean, we're not going to have any Italian stallions here.
Let's hope not.
I am Italian.
They can't screw up the top 500 that bad. Well, they could, I guess. All right, that brings us up to number
Chuck.
8, and this is representing the WCW. Who's number 8, Purist?
I say Kevin Sullivan.
Jay.
Sting.
One of you has the correct answer. If one of you uses your finisher and you had the correct answer, you will be losing your point, going back to 0, while your opponent will jump up 2-0. However, if you use your finisher and you are correct that your opponent had the correct answer, you will jump up 2-0. Do either of you want to use your finisher? Got 2 no's. So somebody's about to go up 2-1. It's Sting! Jay takes a 2-1 lead, but we still got plenty of questions to go yet. We climb the ladder of success. Ooh. That's going to bring us up to number 7, representing the World Wrestling Federation. Purist.
Aldo Montoya.
Jay.
Shawn Michaels.
Say hello to the bad guy.
There you go.
Reza Ramon. Nobody gets the answer. It's still 2-1 in favor of the challenger, looking to reclaim his championship. Brings us to the number 6. Representing the WCW.
Flying Brian.
Jay.
Rick Rude.
What's still finding them?
One of you is really close. But you're both wrong. Stunning Steve Austin. Curious you had his teammate.
Didn't know it. Not up until that time we were still teammates.
As they said in the old show, missed it by that much. Number 5, representing the World Wrestling Federation, and that's out of the top 500 for the year. Who's number 5, Purist?
Marty Jannetty.
Jay.
Diesel.
You're both wrong. But Purist has developed a whole new talent. He can pick the tag team partners of the right answers.
Oh, so it is.
Shawn Michaels is the answer we were looking for.
Well, expecting to be.
Man, that's 2 tag team partners in a row, buddy. That's a new thing. That's a new thing. So next time you're thinking of somebody who's on a tag team, take the other one.
That's right.
It's like Heenan used to say all the time about the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. He said, look at all these ham and eggers out here watching. Hey, if you want to know how to be successful like this guy, just follow some of these ham and eggers around for a few hours, watch what they do, and then don't do it. All right, that brings us up to number 4. And for some weird reason, number 4 is actually printed in red font as opposed to everything else, which is in black. Don't know why, but anyway, number 4 representing the WCW. That's number
Kevin
4.
Sullivan.
Kevin Sullivan made it all the way to number 4, you think, huh? Okay, Jay.
Ric Flair.
You see in the chat, has anybody got anything? Oh my goodness, Chuck got the reference. I love it.
Yeah.
I thought that would fly over most people's heads. Correct answer is Big Van Vader. Like I said, his is in red. I don't know why. And nobody gets the answer. Jay is still. Yeah, maybe.
Obvious.
Jay is still hanging on to the 1-point lead, trying to regain his title, but the rungs of the ladder are starting to run out for Purists. Both men still have their finishers. This could get real interesting.
Wait and see. Well, wait and see.
Number 3, representing the WCW. Purist.
Ric Flair.
Jay.
Hulk Hogan.
Shit's about to get real in here. One of you has the right answer. Both of you have a finisher. But boy, you better know your shit before you use it, because at this late part of the game, it could be a game changer. Anybody want to use their finisher?
I'll take the risk. Doomsday Device.
Purist, what was your answer?
Ric Flair.
Jay, you said?
Hulk Hogan.
If Hulk Hogan is the correct answer, Purist goes, let's see, Jay drops down to 1 point, and Purist goes up 3-1? 2-1. So we basically flip roles.
2-1. Right.
Yeah. However, if Ric Flair was the right answer,
Purist is down to 0, and you're up to 3. Correct answer is woo! It's the Nature Boy. The good news for you, purists, is we still have a 3-point answer on the board. The bad news is Jay has his finisher, and you need to get some stuff to drop for you right now. Should I take the belt away now? Nah, that'd be mean.
He ain't won yet. I could still screw it up. I did last week.
It could happen. You had 2 opportunities last week.
Yeah.
Number 2 overall in the top 500, representing the WCW. Purist.
Bret Hart.
Jay.
Hulk Hogan.
One of you has the right answer. Purist, unfortunately, you don't have a finisher.
No.
You're down 3-0.
I know.
If Jay uses his,
what happens now?
if Jay uses his and you had the right answer, Jay buries you. If Jay uses it and you have the wrong answer, meaning he has the right answer, then you're right back in the fight. Jay, do you want to use your finisher?
Nope.
He says nope. Which means we're going to have to tell you the correct answer is... Well, let me tell you something, brothers. Hulk Hogan.
No, wait a minute. Hogan was in 94? And in the WWE?
Yeah.
WCW.
Wait a second. It was 93. 94 was in WCW.
He was in,
Yeah.
he was in WCW.
He was feuding with Sid.
94?
Yeah. Because that's when he was doing his Thunder in Paradise, and they were.
Yeah.
Anyway, mathematically, it's almost impossible. I'm trying to think if there's a way you could possibly give this to him. But
If I use my finisher on the last. If I use my finisher on the last question.
Okay, yeah, you'd have to be a fool, but okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it's still a 3-point answer anyway. If nothing else, Purist, you can make it exciting. Number 1 overall professional wrestler in the top 500 would be whom?
Bret Hart.
Jay.
Bret Hart.
Well, we already know the final score is 4-0 because that's a wash. Correct answer is Bret the Hitman Hart. And with that, Jay will regain the PWI Championship once again. And with that in mind, we go here. With tonight's win, you are one step closer to the PWI Grand Championship Battle Bowl. That will take place on December 28th, exclusively here on the Nation Network. All right. It was competitive. It was back and forth.
Yep.
Things didn't go quite the way I think Purist wanted them to there at the very end.
Yeah. Just give me the clothes, man. Come on.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Let's take a look over at the chat. Again, guys, I'm
get
not
excited.
ignoring you guys. It's just if you've never used StreamYard, then you don't know. And if you have, then you do understand. But I can't see everything I want to see at one time. It just doesn't play nice that way. You would
Chuck,
think it
I'm
would
not
open
crying.
tabs or something
I'm just
like
a
that.
player, pal.
All right, let's see what we had here. We have some interesting guesses here. Norton.
Scott Norton.
Scott Flash Norton.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which Steiner. Probably Big Papa Pump, if I was going to say.
Rick.
is Purist crying? There's no crying in trivia.
Do I look like I'm crying, pal?
Well, you did earlier when you put your head down.
No, it's just a
Let's
pressure.
see.
Jeez.
Here's another interesting guest back at looking for
Ooh.
Benoit, who didn't show up on any of the lists,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
No wonder why.
I'm not sure if he had still been in ECW or WCW at that time.
ECW, I guess.
I love this one.
No, it was.
The link works fine, Vinnie Mac. I went outside the studio, but I'm at work and probably shouldn't come in. What are you doing for work, man? Maybe we can make it even more entertaining.
Yeah.
Have you put us on the intercom or something like that? When you're ready to quit that job, let me know. We'll do a live stream and you can put it on the intercom.
Hey, hey, be careful. Chuck has made his intention clear. He said, when I entered the ring, I hit Jay with the RKO and still the belt.
I hope so. Chuck.
Oh,
Go ahead and sign up for Twitter, man. It's simple. Even I could do it.
look at the
And then
tutorial
there-
if you must.
That is the easiest way. Like I said, I will send out the, by the way, the belt just changed hands right there. I will send out links to anyone who has participated in the past the day of, usually about 15 to 20 minutes ahead of time. And then all you got to do is get it right from Twitter. And there's never been a problem with that up to this point in time. So for whatever reason, I don't know why it doesn't work through here. It doesn't make sense. But for some people, that happens. I don't know if it's got to do with whether you're using Chrome or something like that, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I use Chrome, it works.
Well, I'm saying so do I. So maybe it's if you're using one of the other ISPs. I don't know.
Something like
And
that.
if you guys can't find Vince on Twitter, you guys can. That's my Twitter handle too, so I can get you guys directed over there also. So
There you go. At One
Yeah.
Nation on Twitter.
Anyway,
I think if you search for Vince McShaman, it'll probably send you that way too.
yeah,
So hit me up. Let me know you're
Anyway,
on, and
before
then
we
I
go
will
off-
add you to the text list on the day of, and I'll send you the link, and then you'll be good to go.
anyway, before we go, just for a quick news, wrestling news. Apparently, Logan Paul has said to Triple H, "Give me Cena's ass at WrestleMania." No, it's true.
Yeah,
It's
there's
true.
been rumblings.
Rumblings.
I don't know how I could get excited about that one, quite honestly. I just don't
Well,
see how you turn that
well-
into a decent feud. I'm sure promos wise, Cena will cut some great promos, but I don't
Well,
know. I mean, Cena has to lose that
Jake
match.
said something. Oh, wait. Okay.
So
Uh,
I don't know.
Still,
I think they should do
Logan is
Cena
sure. Logan is
theory.
Theory can't lose anymore. I mean, that's got to be done. And not for anything. I mean, what they tried doing with him last week, I thought there was some potential to that. That
Right.
brutal beatdown he had. I'm sick and tired of Dolph Ziggler losing when he's one of the best talents they've got, but they've never used him right. And so why now at the end of his career? And he's a champ, man. He's like, I'm getting paid.
very good now.
Yeah,
So
But as for the
Well, anyway.
Logan Paul situation, I would just like to say, I don't know about you, because if Logan said he can put asses to seats and make money, well,
WrestleMania
you
is a
saw what
sold out
happened with
event
Roman
with or
Reigns.
without
See, I
Logan
was
Paul.
skeptic, and still.
WrestleMania is a sold
Yeah,
out
so-
event with or without him.
if I'm not mistaken, it's already sold out. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't do anything for WrestleMania. I mean, he's doing really well in his matches. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I'm just saying, so far as selling a ticket, but there's nothing. He's not going to do anything they're not going to do without him.
Truth be told,
right,
this new theory, I'd say this. I mean, if Trips was smart, I'd use Theory in this way, as in he lost everything now, so the only thing that he left for him is to save his name by facing Cena at WrestleMania.
Could happen.
Well, yeah.
I would rather see that. At least you have a heel and a baby face, and you know that
Right.
that would be, if Cena's going to rub somebody, that'd be the right guy.
and I
God
think
knows
that's
he
what they
need-
were building up to before,
Yeah,
and then Cena backed out.
right. And if anyone
Actually-
needs it, it's definitely Theory, because
Especially, I would, if I were in the booking, I'd do it like this. Theory knows but the Royal Rumble may be his last chance. He gets eliminated by Cody as the last man
24
standing.
years old.
Before the show ends, he calls Cena's ass out for WrestleMania. I mean,
I don't
talk
know.
about
We'll
making a
see.
buzz in the internet.
Or you have Cena eliminate Theory from the Royal Rumble, and that sets up their WrestleMania feud.
That's good. That's good. You know, sometimes I ask myself, Vince, why, in some way, when are we going to do a booking tournament? I mean, what if or how would I, you know?
I've done similar things to that already. We've got Book It now. I just haven't done one in a while, but we've done that. I thought about it the other day, actually.
I mean. Like the PWI Wrestling Challenge, you know.
Well, why don't you come up with one, man? You got a YouTube channel.
Well,
Yeah.
It's not as if I'm a master on YouTube. I mean, in some way,
gotta be a master.
I'm
a master debater.
I just started a couple months ago, and I'm learning.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of which, check out J-Rocks for your WCW action. It's WCW with a twist.
Yep.
And check me
Got
on
some
YouTube
changes
for
planned for the first of the year. So,
something.
So, all right. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Like I said, if you want to participate, it isn't hard. Just the easiest way to do it is to make sure you get a link that works. And the easiest way to do that is get on Twitter at One Nation. You'll find me. And then the day of, if I know that you're interested, I will make sure you're part of the mailing list that I send the links to and get you out here. And we're going to start competing. I think next week we've got something a little bit out of the ordinary going on. So we'll see how that all plays out. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know, it could be. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if I have to scratch my chin or scratch my ass. But anyway.
I'll let you figure out the details on that. I just asked some questions. I ain't going to get into the weeds on that shit. All right. Everybody have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in 7 days when we do this again. The PWI Challenge.